right, we ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh!
Woof.
Is that him?
I think. Why did they make him up like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, that's him. Whatever it was that made him Todd is definitely gone.
Shh. Please. You'll wake the dead.
Why does hand do that?
Chemicals in the vascular flesh create cadaveric spasms.
Look, I'm his friend, and
I know who you are.
What are all those tiny marks?
Cuticle lacerations from pulling at the wire.
pulling at the wire. If he was pulling at the wire, he wasn't trying to kill himself. It was an accident.
In death, there are no accidents, no coincidences, no mishaps, and no escapes. What you have to realize is that we're all just a mouse that a cat has by the tail. Every single move we make, from the mundane to the monumental, the red light that we stop at or run, the people we have sex with or won't with us, the airplanes that we ride or walk out of. It's all part of death's sadistic design, leading to the grave.
Design. Does that mean if you figure out the design, you can cheat death?
Alex, you've already done that by walking off the plane. Your friend's departure shows that death has a new design for all of you. Now you have to figure out how and when it's coming back at you. Play your hunch, Alex, if you think you can get away with it. But remember, the risk of cheating the plan, of disrespecting the design, could incite a fury that could terrorize even the Grim Reaper. And you don't even want to fuck with that, Mac Daddy.
Okay then. Well, yeah. I'm sorry we broke in and.
No harm, no foul. I'll see you soon.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Late to the Murder Party, and we don't have a film lined up. This is not that kind of episode. We talk about death a lot on here. I mean, it's Late to the Murder Party. Fucking course we do. But we talk about horror. We talk about all like the bloody kills and stuff like that. But sometimes, death is real. And sometimes you lose people who, kind of icons for this type of stuff. And we lost one. So we're just gonna hang out. I don't know how long this is gonna be. Probably not super long, but long enough. Let's talk about the late great Tony Todd.
Hey, fucking man.
'Cause that man, I would have loved to actually got the chance to sit down and meet him. He seems awesome. He seemed great.
Oh yeah, everybody I've ever talked to who met him on the convention circuit, fucking sweetheart of a man.
Yep.
from all accounts, he was just a complete big-ass teddy bear wherever he went, and you could hear him coming from a mile away because his voice just had that much
Hear
pitch.
him. You would see him. He was 5'5".
Yeah, he
He
was
towered
tall.
over most fucking congoers. You didn't have to like listen for him or like keep an eye on his assistants or anything. It's like, nah, you saw him walking down the hall towards his booth.
Yeah.
Like you would spot that man from a mile away.
It'd be like you wading through a chest length in a sea of people.
I guess one thing I should do real quick, because, welcome to Late to the Murder Party. I am your host, the, hostess with the mostest, the Mistress Ookami. With me, of course, are the lovely Xeiren.
Hello.
The Belgian in wolf's clothing, Varren Kimbold.
They say that I have shed innocent blood. But what's blood for, if not to be shed?
The awesome Wolfman Roy.
Hello, everybody. No quips, no quipes. Just plain old Wolfman Roy.
And my good buddy Pass the Remote.
Hey, I changed my eye colors. Neat.
You know, Varren, it's funny that you quote that one in particular because my brain came up with the automatic response of, well, duh, I do that once a month.
Oh! Yeah, Tony
Time to
Todd.
clean house.
Yeah, Tony Todd was great.
Yes.
That man did everything.
He did.
Like,
He
most-
did
most
so
pe-
much.
He's
done
mo-
TV.
known mostly for his horror work. Like that's because that's where he had his most like starring roles. But like he did so much like support acting in all sorts of genres, TV, movies, you name it. Also,
Games.
I only learned recently about his voice acting work for games. Like
Yes.
that was only something I learned about after he passed away. I'm like, huh? What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
The fact that he
I'm
was
most familiar with is his work as the Vortigons in Half-Life 2.
Yep.
And one of his more recent ones was him playing Venom in Sony's Spider-Man 2.
And he fucking got it too. I've
Yes,
heard
he
his
did.
performance. He knows. And it's just you hear that voice going, "We are Venom." I'm like, oh my god, yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, and aside from that, in game as well, he was also the narrator for Legend of Dragoon.
Yes, he was.
He was in a Black Ops game. He played in the game. He had a role in Star Trek Elite Forces 2.
He did a lot of Star Trek work.
Yeah.
A lot of Star
He
Trek work.
reprised his TV roles from Star Trek in Star Trek Online as well.
It's current, yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Worf's brother.
Mm-hmm.
And at time of recording, you can also just hear his performance in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yep.
But then
dude.
again, like with a voice like him, of course he would do fucking voice work, for Christ's sakes.
He was a month away from his birthday.
Yep.
4 weeks until he became 70.
Yeah.
But you
Now
know
he's forever-
what?
Now he's forever 69.
That's
Yeah,
not nice.
Iconic. Iconic, really. Because, like, I was really thinking about Tony the other day, just from a very particular perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And as the podcast listening audience knows, like, hello, grade A monster fucker, right here. And when I really thought about it, like, I had seen clips. Like, my first exposure to him was not Candyman. But I had seen clips of Candyman growing up. And
Same.
the way this would affect other teenage girls around, they would never admit it. They would never fucking admit it. But like the way it would make people squirm, and not in the I'm horrified kind of way.
I feel funny kind of way.
Just that whole like every time he's like be my, it's just like the thigh squishing and the weird awkward shoulder shuffling and just whenever he says that it's so it's like it's always the strong. Oh, that's so creepy. And I'm just over here going like, then why do you look like you want to jump his bones? Like,
why do you look like you want that hook being used in a very particular way?
I know.
You wanted to fuck an urban myth. That's funny.
And I'm just sitting here going, you know, he's done a lot of great work, but I don't think anybody gives Tony enough credit for basically being like a horror sex icon.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't think we'd have like half of the stuff we have in current like monster fucker fiction if it wasn't for Tony, because like that is like dark romance 101. It's fucking Candyman. Yeah. Like it's so like the stalker behavior, the weird hook hand, the absolutely like I should not be turned on by this language. Mm-hmm. So it's like I was just thinking about that the other day, and I went, man, I wonder if like the dark romance genre in like monster fucker books would be anywhere near what they are today without Candyman being part of the equation. And I'm just sitting here going, I don't think so. I don't know. That was just an awakening for too many people.
Oh yeah, and he's also voiced Darkseid. Yeah.
Various,
Darkseid too.
projects.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I didn't.
It was.
I didn't
several
realize he had
series.
voiced so many like villains in video games.
He like. Well, I don't know if that was a video game. I think that was just a an animated movie.
It's one of the movies. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind.
Because a lot of times they'll recast them. They've had a number. I know they've had like Kevin Michael Richardson has voiced Darkseid also, which then makes me just think of Darkseid here. I told you we needed more glitter.
Oh, it was Astaroth and Batman Brave and the Bold. He was the Fallen in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, which...
He did a number of... He also, one of the best
Dreadwing as well.
series, Dreadwing in Transformers Prime, one of my favorite series. He is amazing in that. Because where
Marvel Superhero Squad game, he voiced Blade. That's a good one. All right, I could see him playing Blade. All right. Shit.
It was also only just the voice for fucking Dr. Zoom in the Flash series, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, part of the thing is him being 6'5" does cause some issues when it comes to TV and camera stuff, because that is a huge height differential between some actors.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted in our thing. I posted where you saw the folks from Spider-Man 2, and he's a whole head taller than all of them.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to the camera work, that can become very, very difficult to get people in frame. Unfortunately. I like think about it if you try to do a buddy cop movie with Tony Todd and Kevin Hart.
Oh, no. I mean,
I don't think there's enough apple boxes in the universe for that.
I think we lost him. Get me on your shoulders.
You know that actually that's I wish we could have gotten Tony Todd and Kevin Hart to do a remake of the training scene from The Empire Strikes Back.
Just Kevin Hart on the back.
Yep.
Why not remake Twins?
Yeah.
I just made that joke.
You know what? I'd be down for that.
No, he
This man was such a consummate professional. He did soap operas.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and people gotta remember,
And
soap
even did
operas are
Broadway.
not easy. All right, it's not easy to do a soap opera. That is a grind. All right, that's why when folks do soap operas and then they leave, they get awards. Man, that is hard.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing a month's worth of work in like a week or 2
Yep.
weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a grind. You're talking maybe 12-hour days sometimes. If they don't get it correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Unless you kill off a popular character, then you're running around with your head cut off trying to make do with some emergency shots that last 24 hours.
Holy shit, he was in Platoon.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
That was his first.
That was his
That was
second.
his first big one. Well, his second big.
His second
movie,
role,
his
yeah.
First big movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he did a lot of TV work. Then
It was
Stand
in
By
an episode
Me.
of Matlock. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. God, I forgot he was in Stand By Me.
Yep.
He was Officer Williams. And then the 90s was his.
Oh yeah, and some point, because this is coming out this year. We're still not done with 2024, but this is our final release for it though. Next year, I do want to look at the remake of Night of the Living Dead from the 90s where he was in it.
Yeah, he plays Ben. Yeah.
where
Yeah, he plays Ben.
That's the one.
Wait,
that,
what?
Oh, did you not know
Yeah,
about
the-
that?
No.
Yeah.
That's the one that Savini made, right?
Yes.
That's the one Savini directed.
That's a Savini remake. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is good,
No.
by the way. I have seen it.
Yeah, he played Ben.
I got beef now.
Yeah.
You knew of a Savini remake of one of my favorite films that had Tony Todd in it, and you didn't tell me?
I didn't know you were interested.
You about to die, boy.
I'm not
Okay.
saving you there.
Okay. We'll watch it sometime this month. Okay, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just stunned. I'm flabbergasted.
I thought you knew.
I did not know.
I never really watched the remake. One, it is in color, and I still think it. I feel Night of the Living Dead is still one that I always think of it. It's like, no, I love it in black and white. I don't know.
Fair enough, but Savini did the best with what he
Sav-
had, and
Savini, but it is Savini,
it's
and
a very,
I like to
competent
respect
remake
Savini.
at least.
It's good. It's really good.
The reasoning behind it is that Romero wanted the rights, and this was how he was
Understood.
going to get the rights. And
Yeah.
Savini couldn't be there at the first one. He was supposed to do the makeup there in the original,
Mhm.
but he got called up. So
At least
But,
it's a more dignified way for him getting back, getting Savini into the Living Dead verse. That is not Children of the Living Dead.
Yeah, no, that one is actually really, really good. I definitely highly recommend checking that out. We'll have to. And we are going to do an episode on it. I think it is well worth it.
I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's done...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think I have a DVD of it somewhere. I meant to get the original, and I think I got the DVD of the remake.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, think about the
it did.
original. You're more likely to find that in, like, sets.
Oh,
I still remember. I still remember back in the day.
Criterion
when
has it.
because like I organized a Halloween night with my friends back in high school, and they accidentally got the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street instead of the original. It's like, that's not what I asked for.
No!
Oh my god.
No!
No.
Because this was around that time.
Oh my gosh.
The film that
No,
actually made me angrier when it actually impressed me at the end, because then I was like, wait a minute, you could have done this whole time?
The nice thing about the original Night of the Living Dead is I'm pretty sure it's in public domain now.
Yes.
It is.
So, yeah, you find it in a lot of those like mega like 200 horror movie collections and things like that now.
Oh.
But at the same time, it's so iconic.
Mhm.
Like, I'm sure you can still find single disc versions of it places. I had no idea about this flippin' remake.
Yeah, no, sis, the original went into public domain the second it released.
Yeah.
That whole story, God, it's fucked up. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
that's
the
like-
remake was completely now under the rights of Romero.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I do like the fact that Riftrex did do a live riffing of the original Night of the Living Dead, which is quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
Those riff tracks.
Oh yeah, the best joke is when Ben takes Barbara into the house. He's like, "Young President Obama, thank God you saved us." The audience was not ready for that. Let me be clear.
I have disappeared from the freaking tracking. Oh, my head is in my hands. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god.
I need to
Oh
track
my
this riff down.
god. Oh my god.
It was hilarious. Oh
no,
yeah.
no.
Returning to Tony Todd for a second.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He also had 2 roles in the Hercules Xenoverse.
Yes, he did.
Oh.
Yep. Played Gladius in Hercules, and he played Cecrops or Kekrops, I can't quite remember how you pronounce this, in Xena.
Ah.
Wait, whoa. What?
Oh,
He's
I
a friend
recognize
of the
your brain.
Rangers.
Ah! Childhood memory unlocked. Oh my god, I had forgotten. I had forgotten. Ah, shit. And here, no, I mean, still, like my youngest introduction to him was definitely in TNG, Star Trek,
Mm-hmm.
like as Kern. But I was like, holy shit, that was him. Holy crap! It's been so long since I've watched those series because that was like early teenage me crack.
That was my childhood right there.
Like with the Hercules and Xena shows. Like, oh my god, that was Tony. That was Tony.
Oh.
It was Tony.
Every time I think of when it comes to Thanksgiving, I always just think of I will try some of your desiccated bird meat. But yeah, because with Kern they go and they basically replicated a turkey, and he's like, I think your bird's dead, because Klingons eat their food live. Fresh.
I see.
Yes, that is what Gah is for.
Listen, like we all know Klingons in the original. They were a mess. Early TNG Klingons were also kind of a fucking mess.
Yeah, they were.
They were, but
they didn't really become fully realized until like the last couple seasons, and even then, I don't think they reached their peak like zenith of like, yes, this is what it means to be Klingon until early DS9.
Yeah.
When they started bringing, when they brought the original Klingons back, Kang, Korloth, and Kor.
I will say it is definitely whiplash to watch Tony go from, yes, Kern, big Klingon, Worf's brother, rawr, to, hi, I'm playing adult Jake Sisko.
It is
in a weird flash forward episode. It's like, Tony, did you forget to go to the makeup room? Are you sure this is what you're supposed to be doing today?
Oh, that's right. Because because I think that they were like aired back to back. Because after, this is a Star Trek aside, after season 4's premiere, Way of the Warrior, Gowron, who is the Chancellor of the Pran Poobah of the Klingons and a pissy little bitch, basically is like, well, Worf didn't fight for the Klingons, so he doesn't have any land anymore. Me. And Kern's like, I'm here so you can kill me. And basically that's the time Sisko says, listen, Jadzia, Worf, I respect your culture, but you are not killing anybody on my thing. Get the fuck out. Like,
yep.
Remember, Worf is intimidated by Sisko. That I believe is the thing of like, oh. But yeah, it was him as Kern in a very depressed state, and then you have adult Tony Todd or as adult Jake Sisko in one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
So
That shit was
good.
wild.
It was wild.
Oh.
But it's why DS9 is my favorite Trek show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
he
remember.
also had a role in Stargate SG-1.
Yep.
Whoa,
I mean,
okay.
he had. You look at his IMDb. He had so many. Like he was a character actor.
Oh,
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
you saw him pop up and it would say like featuring Tony Todd or special guest Tony Todd,
Mhm.
you knew you were in for a good time.
Yep.
Like automatically knew. And if you didn't catch that at the beginning, then like you were in for a pleasant surprise. And as soon as he shows up, it's like, oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Because like I know I watched a lot of SG-1 back in the day. It's just like I just don't remember, and I was like, I just need to rewatch them now.
I need to rewatch SG-1. I did, much to Doc's protest. I need to rewatch that.
Look, the series is way better than the movie.
Good God, is it? Yes.
To me, I would say Tony Todd, as an actor, kind of reminds me of Christopher Lee. Even if what he's in isn't good, he will always give 100%, and you'll love what he's doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the only reason I know about Sturbo Werewolf Bitch. Or, I'm sorry, Howling
Oh, I love
2,
that
Your
movie.
Sister is a Werewolf. I fucking hate that title. It's Sturbo Werewolf Bitch. I want to call a movie that. Thank you, Germany!
First off, nerds!
Oh, like you're any better.
You're
Second
about
off,
to talk.
He was best in X-Files when he played Preacher Man.
Yes!
Yes, he was in Preacher. Yeah, Preacher Man.
He was a super soldier who couldn't sleep and was controlling everybody's perception of reality that way.
I mean, as far as TV roles go, I'm inclined to agree with you. I am inclined to agree with you. Overall,
It's Kern.
Yeah.
overall,
I
though,
said it.
I don't know.
But yeah, I do think it's funny. Like, I'm looking over the list here, and I'm like, oh yeah, we've yet to mention The Crow.
Yeah, so this is the one that, once again,
His glasses fucked me up. That apparently I misremembered him being in the movie.
Okay, so I'm not necessarily throwing Doc under the bus here when he was like, wait, he was in that?
Yep.
Okay, it's still fun to
He
throw him
played
under the bus,
Grange.
though.
How the hell did you not know that? We did a whole episode about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he was,
I was referencing the episode where I said it was like, wait, that was Tony Todd? Fuck, the glasses fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, and the thing about it is that whole movie, you have so many over the top characters. It's like,
And he's the most
Michael
subdued one.
Wincott.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
I
reaching
mean,
for something. There we go.
I was just like,
Okay,
why are you trying to reach into her tits?
Yeah, pulled out a film. So.
you know, hey, sometimes, hey, listen.
Xeiren, are you storing films in your tits?
You don't want to know what I store in my tits.
No, I've actually.
It's like hammer space. The space between the boobs is infinite.
I've got another.
Fucking
type
bag
of
of holding
stuff
in
in
there,
there.
apparently.
Well, guys.
Boobs of holding.
Well, here's the thing, right? So the boobs hold everything, and I have two explicit reasons as to why. One, used to be a belly dancer. So yeah, it might have been a coin bra, but it was also a coin purse. Because walking around with a bag while you're doing shit, yeah,
fair,
that's not happening.
fair, yeah.
One, two. I used to live in Arizona, Phoenix specifically. You don't want to be carrying around a faux leather sack when it's 110 degrees and everything
No.
sticks to you.
As
The
Becky
wallet
Hill
just
once
goes to the
said,
tits.
Phoenix should never have been built. It is man's arrogance that it exists.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh god.
No, what I grabbed.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm?
I just remembered him from something.
Okay.
He was in The Rock.
Yes, he was. He gets
Oh
blown
my
the
God.
fuck up.
Yep, Captain Darrow go boom.
Nick Cage fucking blows his ass up.
No, that was one of my mom's favorite movies, and I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't he in a movie with Sean Connery? Oh fuck, it was The Rock.
Yep. Now, so what I grabbed was actually something else that we need. I've been wanting to cover this for like 2 years now, and we definitely will have to cover this next year now, because I'm going to do little send-ups to Tony Todd here and there wherever I can.
Sushi Girl?
Hell yeah, I did grab that, yeah.
Still need to watch that.
Yeah, Tony Todd, James Duvall, Noah Hathaway, Andy McKenzie, and Mark Hamill.
Mm.
Damn.
So it's a who's who of people in that one.
Yeah, a truly diabolical treat. Fish has spent 6 years in jail, 6 years alone, 6 years keeping his mouth shut about the robbery and about the other men involved. The night he is released, the 4 men he protected with silence celebrate his freedom with a congratulatory dinner. The meal is a lavish array of sushi served off the naked body of a beautiful young woman. The sushi girl seems catatonic, trained to ignore everything in the room, even if things become dangerous. Sure enough, the 4 unwielding thieves can't help but open old wounds in an attempt to find their missing loot. And, yeah. You have Mark Hamill as, yeah, you have, like, as a, like, you have Tony Todd as, like, basically a crime lord. You have Mark Hamill as a fantastic torture expert. We're talking, he's got fucking pliers to start pulling teeth. Like,
Yeah.
it's, he looks like a little gremlin on this cover, and I love it. Yeah, this is a fun one, and we have to.
Oh yeah. This sounds great.
So that's 2.
For the girly pops who listen to us but don't necessarily get into the hardcore horror, need I remind, like, he made appearances in Angel.
Yes, he did.
In Charmed.
Yep.
Like, if you were just into supernatural shows growing up, like, Tony Todd, he's been everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's been everywhere. Even if you didn't realize it, if you're a millennial or a Gen Xer, he had some effect on your formative years.
Mm-hmm.
He was even in an episode of CSI Miami.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is, for me, like, everybody's like, oh yeah, I remember him for this. I was like, I got him for that. I got him for this one. I remember him from The Crow. And for me, yeah, it will be the one that he's actually going to be doing one final one for. His final on screen, on the big screen performance is going to be the latest Final Destination that's coming out.
Which, honestly, what a send-off.
Yeah. I can forgive the fact that it's called Bloodlines. Like, I mean, it makes sense for this franchise anyways.
Yeah.
And
Like
also,
Hellraiser.
yes, fuck you. But we,
Well,
Like
thank you.
VTM.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
I'm sorry, I had
so
to.
it's, yeah, it's supposed to give us more of a backstory on him. He's supposed to have a more prominent role in the film, and he finished all of his shooting for it.
That's
Thank
good.
God. So I will be going to see that in theaters when that releases next year, and I will report back. And especially because, as some people who have followed the podcast from the beginning should know, I adore that fucking franchise, and I adore him in it.
Gee, you wouldn't say.
Final Destination is huge for me. It was literally one of my big introductions into my love of horror, because it was like the first one that my parents let me sit down and watch with them. Like, they came out like right at 2000. That was like 99, like right at 2000.
Yeah.
And I would have been like 9 at the time.
Oh, it was peak Y2K horror. Final Destination was.
So
seriously,
So I got shown that it came on. It was on TV, but so it wasn't like full. But it was on Fox, and so we did see the violence. I saw things happen.
Fox was notorious back then for being like, oh yeah, we're gonna show you this movie on TV. No edits.
Yeah, the only
Which
thing
was always a
yeah.
lie. There was always some edits.
There was some edits here and there. There was censoring of words and stuff, but
yeah, they would cut off they would censor certain words and they would do like these little micro edits to where it's like, okay, you get the briefest glimpse of gore, but not like the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just enough to trick your brain into thinking you're watching the whole movie.
Which the thing about the first Final Destination movie, there's not a lot of gore.
There isn't. It's mostly suspense.
It's mostly suspense.
Mhm.
It's the stuff that you see like in your head after the fact for some of those kills, like the fucking Terry's death, from the bus, is so quick. You can't tell the difference between the dummy and the actress. And it hits so hard that it's like, yep, splat. You did not see any of that gore except for the blood that spattered on people. That's it. Like, so it's
Good editing.
Mm-hmm. And then any violence that really that full on happened, any hard deaths, it's like, okay, it's like a stabbing, it's like a knife through the chest, or somebody. Most of it is bloodless, like somebody being hung, somebody. Even the decapitation didn't have a whole lot of blood. Like, it was not a super violent film, but it was just the fact of seeing these accidents, not seeing anyone actually set them off. Like, that was scary, and I loved it. And I loved Tony Todd as the Bloodworth, the fucking coroner. Holy shit.
You ready for your mind getting blown?
What?
He also did found footage.
What did he do?
Not surprised
Stoker
by that.
Hills. I believe it's 2018, but I could be 2008. He played a cinema professor, film professor.
Is this worth us checking out?
Oh yeah.
Slated on to next year.
You got it.
Yeah, it's Tony Todd was great, and yeah, he helped lead the way into my love of horror. As much as I love Robert Englund, like, yeah, Freddy was one of the gatekeepers, but like the one who opened the gate for me was Tony Todd.
You never forget your first.
Yep.
Like,
So what you're saying is Robert may have been the love of your life, but Tony popped the cherry first.
yes.
You found out Robert was a lizard man, so you went with the urban legend.
The temptation to go full blown horror house AU with Freddy quotes right now.
And what's funny, I actually think I saw Candyman before I ever saw Nightmare.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
Like, Nightmare intrigued me, but like, I saw Candyman first.
You got you spellbound.
Yeah, but no,
Can't deny the voice.
That voice. I'd be his victim.
One funny shout out I want to give, just because it's related to a movie that is near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Beastmaster 3: The Eye of Braxis.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
I still need to check out quite a few of the Beastmaster sequels, but like the fact that he's in Eye of Braxis, all right, I have another reason to watch that one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what we're trying to say is basically this. Tony, we miss you already. You did so freaking much.
Mm-hmm.
You're leaving a giant hole, dude. God. Just all I ever really knew him for, like, because I'm very terrible at tracking, like, oh, this person's name and that person's name when it comes to
Mhm.
media.
Yeah.
I'm very good with faces, though. And so when it's like, this is going to be embarrassing. So I didn't watch Candyman for the first time until a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You want to talk about late to the fucking party?
Yeah, holy shit.
And Varren's like, no. This is essential. This is essential. Sit your ass down. And
it's amazing.
the fact that I just kept looking at him going, I know you. Why do I know you? And that's the thing. Like, if you're somebody who's never watched Candyman and then you go and watch it for the first time and you're just having that feeling of like, I know this guy. Why do I know this? It's like, dude, his career, just as it exists, made that movie even more suspenseful for me. Because the entire time I'm sitting here going like, why do I know you?
Now I'm just imagining, like, you know, the fucking scene in the parking lot in Candyman.
Oh my god. No,
but instead of with you, and then it's just like, instead of Helen, it's like,
Xeiren.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. I would die. Honestly though.
See, that's
Tony, Tony will live forever in our hearts and sometimes in my dreams.
very particular dreams.
Oh, Varren, you'll
very
love it.
Particular dreams.
You missed. You went through the first iteration of it, so you didn't get the chance to see him there. But our second round of Shark Month, Tony Todd was there.
You did Sky Sharks, didn't you?
He was in Sky Sharks.
He was in Sky Sharks.
He fought zombie Nazi flying sharks.
Was there anything this man wouldn't do?
You should have been there. It was amazing.
It was awesome.
You would have loved it.
I will show. I know. I'm going to show a lot of people that movie at some point because it's a fun movie.
Oh, Varren and I would have absolutely hated it. We probably would have loved Tony's performance, but we would have hated that fucking movie. Absolutely
not Sky
not.
Sharks. No, you would love Sky Sharks.
It reads like it's not like one of the stupid shark movies. The sharks are like a byproduct of things. It's Nazi zombies, and it reads like a lost comic book.
Wait, Nazi zombies? So it's South Park: The Stick of Truth?
Yeah, kind of.
It reads like a Euro comic.
Yes.
That was lost.
And yeah, it even kind of acts like there
Think
was.
in the mold of Danger Diabolique.
Yeah.
I'm still very skeptical.
It's dumb fun, man.
I will double bill it with Bad Heidi, and you'll love it.
Once again, still very skeptical.
But yeah, that was
Casper Van Dien as a Swiss dictator. Come on.
I worry about you sometimes. This is one of those moments. It's like, oh my, what? What?
It's to be seen to be believed.
No. Somebody take the torrent away from him.
I mean, that ended up. Come on, Sky Sharks ended up being my favorite movie of. I think my favorite movie of that month, of that event. But I think it was like my fifth favorite out of all of the shark movies I've seen.
Oh my god.
Although, going back to Candyman for a little bit when it came to Tony, like, Tony also having the absolute fucking brass cojones to say, like, oh yeah, I'll put these bees in my mouth, but for every sting I get, you'll need to pay me extra.
Fair enough.
Yep.
And I think, like, he got like a few $1,000s out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was like it was somewhere in the realm of at least $5,000.
Yep.
It was probably like a grand
Per sting. If I remember, it was supposed to be like, per
Yep.
sting, and like 1,000 per sting or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
I'm
enough.
like, you know what? Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing is like, you can not be allergic to bees. but with enough stings, you can become allergic to bees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was taking a big risk there.
Mm-hmm.
And bees, for the
yeah.
most part, are pretty docile. But
Mhm.
I mean, when they
you're
get
not
agitated,
supposed
I
to
mean,
be just sticking tens of thousands of them in your face.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
And while he was apparently in, I don't know what part he played, but he apparently was in the remake. I'm not interested just because the film is just, the original is just so iconic to me.
It's not a remake; it's a sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
It actually
It's they pulled a Halloween 2018 with that one.
Oh boy. Okay. I might have to see it then.
Oh, what, the new Candyman?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a sequel.
Oh,
It's
no.
technically a sequel.
Okay, Ookami.
Mhm.
Listen. I had my doubts too.
Uh-huh.
Worth it.
All right. I'll check it out.
Because the way they weave in the old lore, fucking fantastic.
However, I will say, someone should have heeded Tony's warnings. Tony's been saying it from the fucking beginning. Do not remake The Crow.
Right?
Yeah.
He has said this,
Womp,
so
womp,
he
womp.
went on high record to say, don't fucking do it. What we have
Yeah.
here is something special. You can't recapture it.
No.
It will besmirch not only just the story, but it will besmirch the memory. And what did we fucking
Well, at
get?
least no memories will really be sullied because barely anyone went to watch that.
Yeah, I've heard it is absolute jack shit. So, like, I'm not touching it.
Now, one of these days, we will have a segment in which you will hear me go off about this. Today is not that day.
Okay, fair enough.
Because there is one thing that I end up bringing up about that everybody's just like, oh shit, I never thought about that aspect of it. And the moment you hear it, it's like, oh yeah, Major League, fuck that movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll have to hear about this after we record. But, yeah, in all honesty, everybody, Tony Todd's awesome. Tony, we love you. We miss you.
Mhm.
I hope you're living it up where you are. Like, it's... it is sad to see him go. But... yeah. This is just a peek into this, and hell, like, I am not going to put it out there to, like, good fucking God, I don't want to put that out into the universe just so it'll be like, hey, this is gonna be a regular thing. No. But I wouldn't be surprised if eventually there are others that we will end up talking about.
Yeah.
I actually still wouldn't mind talking about some from the past anyways. I would love to just sit down and talk Christopher Lee.
Are you ready
That
for 3
one,
hours?
I think
we could do that. Yeah.
I think that one.
We do that over
I
a drinks.
I need to get the I need to get that documentary that came out.
Oh yeah, the
this
document.
year.
Yeah.
Where it semi-autobiographical documentary that came out this year. And semi because he didn't actually narrate it, but someone who sounds like him did. So
Told from very
and
close
he was
friends.
a marionette puppet.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely, I'm sure you'll hear more. I think it's a good thing for us to, like, not always just concentrate on specific movies and just talk about things in general and talk about the people, the actors involved in one of our favorite genres. Anyways, anything else that we've got?
Not a whole lot. It's, again, man was an icon in every sense of the word. His presence, his voice, and everything will just be dearly missed. Once in a lifetime performer, never be replicated.
Nope.
Very true.
Pure work.
You want to try that
Pure
again?
what?
You fucking cut out.
Pure workhorse.
Pure workhorse. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, with all of that said, Xeiren, where can people find you?
You can find me over on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram, Threads, and of course, a Blue Sky. Seriously, people come find me there. It is a shit ton of fun. You can also find myself over on Varren's. I can speak.
Don't get your tongue caught between your fangs.
Listen, can't help it if I'm tasty. my teeth just want to. Anyway, you can find myself over on Varren's Twitch channel every Monday, driving him absolutely insane. We play RPGs and I act a fucking fool. It's a fun time every time. At this point, when this releases, we should be ass deep into Dragon Age Veilguard. So, yeah, come find us.
Excellent. There.
Well, you can find me over on twitch.tv/VarrenKimbold, where every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. Central European Time, you can see me play all kinds of fun games. Mondays are RPGs with this red-haired menace here. Wednesdays, strategy, shooter, something else with an S. And Fridays, I play whatever the hell I can find. You can find me over on Blue Sky as well at VarrenKimbold. You can also find me over on YouTube at VarrenKimbold for VODs and compilations of the streams. And if you want to indulge in some of my OC content that I do every now and then, that can be found over on the TikTok at VarrenKimbold.
Excellent. Pass.
You can find me on Twitch and on YouTube under the name pass_the_remote. You can also find me also there on Kick one day, especially if we decide to do, as something Roy told me, a nice Australian Christmas movie with Donald Pleasance, because I'm not going to be censoring that one, and I'm not putting that on Twitch. See, Xeiren knows which movie I'm talking about.
Oh man.
No, that can't be on Twitch. The bots will kill me.
Yeah, absolutely, they will.
You can also find me still lurking about on the desiccated husk of Elon Musk's ego, also known as twitter.com. You'll find me there under the name Pass the Remote CF. Well, you'll find me being just a little shitposty bitch.
Excellent.
What?
Being a shitposty bitch is excellent. I see how that is.
No, well, Xeiren gave me this look.
If I'm
If
I'm being honest, I just had an itch in my ear.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. I don't know. You look at me like you're just looking at me. Like, what? God, I didn't say anything bad.
I mean, if we want to make it in canon, I guess you could say I was giving you a look of, you're still on Twitter. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on, join us. You can come re-skeet with us.
Skeet, skeet.
Skeet, skeet.
God. Roy.
Yes.
Bitch, give me your credentials right now.
I'm playing around. You can find me over here at the Red Light Podcast, also known as R.L.P. Your home videos are horror. You also find me in a little shindig Starlight Podcast, rare, obscure, hard to find films, and yes, the most ridiculous films will be shown at the Starlight. Come join us. You got some love mail, some hate mail, some preach man mail, some corn mail, some zombie mail, some horror icon mail, send it to starlightpodcast@protonmail.com. You can also catch me at Zitter. Yes, X, Twitter, however you call it. Over at capital R, capital L, capital P, capital S, Starlight. Yes, RLP Starlight. Send some recommendations, some commendations. Love to hear from you. I don't have a Blue Sky account because I would lose that. I am too dangerous for Blue Sky, ladies and gentlemen. You also can catch my list and reviews over at criticalist.com, the new Rotten Tomatoes that doesn't insult your intelligence. Go check us out now. You don't want to check me out? Check out Doc. Check out The Real Fake Wizard. Check out my boss man, Blaine. Check us all out. Read everything out. Enjoy and have fun.
Excellent. You can, of course, find me here on Podbean and YouTube under Wolfson Productions. From goofy-ass anime to the shocking horror, Wolfson Productions, your number one stop for equally nerdy reviews of nerdy media. You can also not find me over on Twitter because that is a dead account. But you can find me over on Blue Sky under Mistress, that is right, Mistress Ookami, Mistress Ookami, that is my name. Don't wear it out. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can also head over to... You can also head over to... Jesus Christ. You can also find me over... You can head over to Patreon. We'll send Patreon. You can get access to episodes that may or may not drop to the general public. Episodes that most certainly will not be dropping to the general public. Behind the scenes, all sorts of goodies, all for just a measly $1 a month. Remember, folks, the $1 a month that could go a long, long way. And until next time, I don't think this is going to be our last Wolfson production for the year. This is going to be our last episode for the year. So, thank you for tuning in to 7 full fucking years of Late to the Murder Party.
We are desiccating inside.
We'll see you for year 8, but stay tuned because...
I can't feel my eyes.
Stay tuned because we do have some projects that will be releasing either right at the end of the year or... Actually, I might figure out YouTube streaming. We'll figure that out. But we will be having some end of the year wrap up like we normally do. So stay tuned for that. And we will see you next year. Good night, everybody. Oh!
The wolf dead.